What is up, everybody? It's ADB95 and welcome back to Grunt League Week 2. We got another game from Group C because apparently that's the only group I'm going to commentate. Or at least that's what happened so far. So we got Pekkiz versus Stralend, which is at this point going to be a crucial match of Group C. If Pekkiz wins, he can go straight to playoffs alongside Jay Warren, but if Stralend wins, she'll have a nice chance to secure her playoff set place. That's the word I was looking for. But we're going to play in Bridge the Gap, and Stralend is going first. And in Game 2 we're going to be playing in Frostfight, and if we go to Game 3 we'll have to go to P-Drag, which is a pretty interesting set of 3 maps. We're going to start with James here, trying to get into the other pill. Oh, just a little too late with the jetpack. He gets the self-damage, and that's going to be critical. Considering... Okay, so I was scared for a little bit here, but Pekkiz is going to be moving. As I was saying, Stralend didn't even pick up the crates. But seems like Pekkiz is also going on the offensive on the other side, which is not something that we see a lot on this map, but we have seen it, and with different results. So it's not a bad strategy, definitely, but not 100% sure one either. Pekkiz is going after Stralend's medic, and also, as you can see, Stralend is playing in purple today, as they both usually play in yellow. And machine gun triggers a lot of mines in the middle. That could be important later, but most importantly now, it shoves the orderly into the pit of this map, Bridge the Gap. And you can see the second paratrooper of Stralend's team also going forward on the other side. Interested to see what she will do with this. Maybe she will try to do the same to the enemy medic, which is definitely an interesting, like, development of the strategy. I would not have thought that we could see 2 medics going down in the pit at the same time. Will she be able to do something? I don't think so. And unfortunately, that means that Pekkiz has a good chance of throwing even that paratrooper down. And with a lineup full of scouts, as Pekkiz is, he has 2 scouts. As we know, being in the pit is pretty dangerous because you can be poisoned and there's nothing you can do about that. So far, both paratroopers of both teams have gone into the other side. Pekkiz is just stolen the mortars. And he's just keeping throwing down all enemy pigs. A sapper can be pretty useful down there, considering the pigs that are there, and that's exactly what's going to happen. I think Stralend is just gonna have to find the medic and TNT him. This is a pretty important turn because Pekkiz's medic will be next. So if Stralend didn't have a chance to do that now, it would have probably ended up the same way with medic on medic action, as you probably might have guessed if you've seen any of the other games. Stralend is taking her time to place the TNT, but she will get, I think, a 49. Not that it really matters at this point, but either a 49 or a 50, and that's a 50. My bad. So as expected, we got a medic which has nobody to heal because Stralend didn't throw anyone else of Pekkiz's team down. So he pretty much has to do the textbook move of competitive medics Not before jumping on the enemy's head, apparently. For some reason. I mean, he's getting extra damage, but you can get yourself wrapped up in a bad situation if you just overdo this sometimes. We got Shorty tranquilized, and he's gonna miss immediately. That means it's going back to pekkiz with his scout. Now, I'm pretty sure he will try to poison somebody. The question here is, who will he go for? Choices are definitely a lot here, because he could try to poison the paratrooper that's on the ledge. Let's like on the edge of the pit. He could try to throw him down too. He could poison the sapper. He could also try to damage that one inside the crate. It could be huge damage considering there are crates next to him that could explode. Now he's going for the poison on that guy. He does get it. But what does Stralend do with his grenadier here? I thought this guy would be useless, but considering pekkiz moved 2 of his pigs into Stralend's own territory, that gives a whole new meaning to the grenadier's place here. And as a good grenadier would probably do, he's getting more grenades. Just the roller grenades. But I gotta say, that's a pretty good call to get all the crates around him, considering there's only 1 purple pig left on this side. That's pretty surprising, to be honest. Ooh, that's a misclick! Oh no! That's going to be pretty important. I'm pretty sure that was a misclick, so not due to lag. But she missed out a pretty good opportunity for damage, and now he goes for the poison, which is not a bad move, but it's going to leave the paratrooper inside an opportunity to get the crate and also get out. Let's remind everybody that Stralend's... Oh no, that's a miss! Oh no, that's not a miss. Okay, I was not expecting the poison through. What will she do now? She's gonna go for the air burst or just jetpack out? Just jetpack out. I'm thinking she was trying to go to the other crate, but that's not going to reach, and I don't think she has the time either. So she has to do damage, because pekkiz is taking a pretty good advantage on that. Saving the air burst, interestingly enough. That looks to be a pretty nice shot. It only gets a 17 though, it looked better. I'm trying to read the advantage right now. Pekkiz is on a slight advantage considering the missed turns that Stralend had and the poisoning. That was going to be very important if she had managed to make that damage with the grenadier. Now Feng Shui here is out of jetpack, so if he wants to throw the grenadier down, he will have to go for either the cattle prod or the shotgun, the machine gun, sorry. He will go for the machine gun, although cattle prod technically does 5 damage more, and... oh, that almost didn't throw him down. There's another paratrooper. Now, that's pretty important to note that there's 2 purple pigs very much next to each other. There's also the yellow medic there. But if you get a twofer, it might be worth damaging your own pig sometimes. Now, it is up to debate whether pekkiz will consider that or not. Stralend has pretty much taken all the crates on both sides, like almost all of them. But again, she needs to do some damage. The scouts are probably the best ones you would like to throw out. That's a great shot. That's a fantastic bazooka shot that gives a 40 to that scout and throws him down. So pekkiz is taking all the time he needs to think about what he wants to do. He has thrown down everyone on this side. That's definitely a scenario I haven't seen before. There's no pig left of the team that started on one side after like 6 turns. But Stralend is in a pretty bad, like, tactical position, but pekkiz makes a mistake here. So he gives his turn to Stralend, who pretty much cannot do a lot here, other than maybe shotgun him. That is unfortunate. Oh no, wait, there's this guy. So you can see why that bazooka shot was also pretty important for Stralend. It would have basically mean missing a turn if all she could do was use a shotgun on the orderly. Gets a 49 this time. And here comes the first jetpack, which, interestingly enough, comes on this guy's turn. Now, what is pekkiz going to do? First of all, of course, he's going to heal his scout, because that's the obvious choice. I think he'll just take the jetpack and go back to tranquilizing. So Grenadier and a medic very close to each other, and he has the ability to trank. If I'm honest, the thing I would do is trank the medic, but staying away from him, so I could do a pretty big shot on those two in next turn. Again, yeah, that's probably what he's planning to do. I swear they're not listening to me. Okay, so basically, if I think pekkiz is going to do what I think he's going to do, pekkiz has a huge chance here. He also can take 2 jetpacks. I don't think he has the time to use both of them, considering where the other crate is. He's gonna take them nonetheless. So you can see that pekkiz's strategy is absolutely clear here. He wants to throw everyone from the other team down and preventing them to get out at all costs. And he's doing that pretty good so far. He wants to double poison. Ooh, okay, no, that's not a self-hit. It's the only jetpack left, so I'm wondering if Stralend will take it. She's probably thinking about doing damage instead. Now, killing the medic would be great. Okay, now she is going to take the jetpack, which is a great call, especially if the Grenadier can be healed later in the game. But for that to happen, she has to kill the medic now, and now she decides to go away. But again, wasting another turn of the Grenadier. Unless she can take a grenade out in 2 seconds. But no. And that is what is deciding the game right now, that Stralend just hasn't done anything with her most dangerous pig. And look at that 43. There's 4 pigs that are poisoned on Stralend's team. And of course, being probably being trained by Iron Fox, we know that pekkiz's poison strategy is pretty heavy. It will leave a chance for Andy to have another turn unless he explodes, but I don't think that's going to happen. It never happens on this map. I am surprised he didn't take the medic. He has 43 health, so perfect number for a sniper shot. She has to use those. She still has 2 jetpacks, which she should also use. We are seeing some interesting horizontal bazookas from Stralend, which is definitely something you would not expect from a Grunt League player. Much less from someone who I think started playing the game like 3 months ago. So you gotta give it to her. Ooh, a little late on the exploding, but still she's gonna get 35 damage, which is pretty decent. There's still a full health paratrooper on this side of the map for Pekkiz, which definitely has a pretty good advantage now. If anything, just for the poison. I think Pekkiz just noticed the 43 on this guy. Not sure why he's going for the jumps. He can deal for a 40 with the bazooka. Oh, he's going for a mortar. He's going for the more interesting maneuver here. He's going for the sapper too. Which makes sense. Ricky still has another TNT, and there's a lot of Pekkiz peaks here, but that's, I think, is too short. Probably hitting himself. Yes, 21, but also gets 14 on a sapper. But that's the first miss turn, basically, by Pekkiz. Can Stralend capitalize on this? I think he's just outright forgetting about the jetpacks now. Again, I swear they're not hearing me. But for some reason, she forgot about it and now she's deciding to use them. She gets a pretty 20. Now, she can either throw a grenade or try a bazooka, which will both result in a maximum of 40 damage. And probably throwing him down too. That's a little too... Oh, no, wait. She lowered the angle. That's a pretty good shot as well. She does some pretty interesting shots with low angles. Never seen throwing grenades like that. Campo is on 14. He has no jetpacks. He's just gonna have to do something with the bazooka. Probably scared away by the fail with the mortar before. He does damage again his own pig. Now Ricky. Okay, we're back. I had a sudden internet issue, unfortunately. That's something I have to solve sooner or later, but it still does not... we're still able to continue, that's what I was trying to say. And Stralend will just go for the shotgun, saving her a TNT, which is probably a good call, although I don't know if she'll be able to use it. She'll be able to have another turn with her sapper. Now, is Pekkiz going to trank the medic again? He keeps trying to jump, but unfortunately when you are a little bit too much on the height, you just have to jump without pushing forward to just get the hit. He takes the mortars, he heals his scout, and probably tranks again. He's gonna try again to jump, but fails one more time. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty funny to watch. I'm not laughing at Pekkiz, of course. And he's going to, of course, trank again. Now, it'll be up to Pekkiz to capitalize on this 23 or 13, because that's pretty hard to do. Okay, that's why he was jumping on his head. Now I get it. But it's going to be probably easier to do it now. Yeah, exactly. So he's going to leave him with 10, so he can skip another turn. So I can definitely see an advantage for Pekkiz now. He will probably poison, if I know him well, the last pig from Stralend's team who is not poisoned yet. That is a risky position to do it from, though. Is he not slipping? How is he not slipping? Okay, never mind. There is one chance to avoid a skip turn for Stralend, though. If she can hit the scout on Pekkiz's team that's right there... Oh wait, that's not a scout, that's the medic. But the problem is that this grenadier would also need to die to avoid skipping a turn. If she can make maybe a good cluster on the medic that would kill both, or well, all three of them. Her own medic, her own grenadier, and also the enemy medic. That would be good. Can she make it? I think she needs to start getting a weapon out. Oh, she's gonna go for a cluster. Throw it! And she misclicks again. I don't know what the issue is with this grenadier, but she just doesn't seem to be able to use it. Is it cursed? I don't know. But, yeah, again, this was another pretty crucial miss. And I think we can start to say that Pekkiz has an advantage that's impossible to come back from. It's 25 on Ricky, but it's not going to be very. It's not going to be long until just a rain of missed turns starts to fall on Stralend. She's still doing it with these 6 shots. That's a little too much, but she still gets a 24 and a 20. Again, pretty good on the heavy weapons, I gotta say. Now, the obvious move here will be, yeah, exactly. So, a line of 3 missed turns is preparing to down on the poor Stralend. Which I think she's just not... she's not playing bad. It's just the fact that for now, and it's totally understandable considering she's not a super experienced player, she will get into... She will turn into a good player if she keeps trying, because I think... absolutely, she's not at all the worst player we have seen so far. And, I mean, she still has another round at least to maybe even beat Pekkiz. Because, again, can still be... This is a best of 3 match, so everything can still happen. And she does get the self-kill. That's at least a good news for Stralend. A little bit too late, but still... Stralend and Pekkiz, I mean, is just not forgetting to heal. That's a very good trait that not many good players have. It's just you get so wrapped up in what you're doing that you completely forget that you have 1 heal per turn and you just forget to do it. But Pekkiz hasn't forgotten once, I think, in every single game so far that he has played in Grunt League. I think he's trying to line it up for a rifle burst. He could have used the jetpack, I mean. But yeah, it's I was just about to say that on snowy maps, just rifle bursting is very hard. Another missed turn, well, the first missed turn of the bunch for Stralend. But again, this match is this one is pretty over, so. Like we said yesterday on Busy Guy versus Jay Warren at this point is where Stralend probably needs to start thinking about recollecting her thoughts for game 2. Because again, this is still not over, of course. She still has one game to make it even at 1-1, and maybe even win in game 3. Who knows? I'm trying to talk through this like endless gauntlet of missed turns because, well, you can see that it's pretty much over. There's 2 pigs left on Stralend's team. One is going to die his next turn, and the other one has 70, and he's also poisoned, so it's not going to take long. And here comes the snipers. Paratrooper is dead. And this will be the final turn for Pekkiz. And he's going to go out with a bang, literally. A 40. And does he get a 20? Oh no, I think the has 3 health. Yeah, exactly. So, a 4-pig victory for Pekkiz, pretty convincing. And yeah, again, it's not the worst game for Stralend, but her misses with the Grenadier were the ones that probably decided the match. But it's not over yet. Again, we're going to be moving to Frostfight in a minute. So, welcome back to game 2. We're currently waiting to get started on Frostfight. I will remind the audience once more that if Pekkiz manages to win this, he'll jump straight up to 6 points alongside Jay Warren, which means that they'll both be basically, well, not basically, well, 100% qualified for playoffs, and they'll be actually battling for first place in the last match of week 3. But, of course, Stralend can still turn around and give us a fight, a drama fight for the playoff spot in week 3. We'll see what happens. Frostfight is another pretty tricky map. Another snowy map, first of all. With a lot of crates, so another point of contact with Bridge the Gap. And Pekkiz is going first, so that we got it right the first time. But out of the lot of crates that are in this map, there's just a few who are truly useful. There's a cluster grenade, I think is... Oh well, there's also this one, which I always forget for some reason. There's a cluster grenade, which I think is just right behind Pekkiz right now. Oh, that's not a good angle! He gets a 20! So, same as Stralend before, first player makes a mistake. And we're gonna see if Stralend remembers to angle up her jetpack before attempting to go for the guided missiles. Of course she does. I mean, it's pretty given once you see your opponent go just... Wait, ooh, that's going to take a long time to go down. But she does get it, she still has enough time. Is this one of the guided? Nope. Is that one? Nope, that's another jetpack, so she misses a guided. And she's gonna have to do something. Ooh, I mean, that's a pretty good arsenal. But she uses another jetpack to get another crate. I don't think that's something super useful. So no damage yet, on unless you count the one that Pekkiz inflicted on himself in turn 1, but... Well, that's another jetpack, so basically a trade for nothing, but still. at least the other player won't get it. But pekkiz didn't get the most important crates in this map, which are the guided missiles that are on top of the two of the mountains, I think. And now he doesn't have enough another paratrooper, so he's going to have to either wait for this guy's turn again, or he's gonna have to watch Stralend just take them. Because she does have another paratrooper. Oh, he gets the cluster. This could be another huge damage, and of course is going to be on the medic, but he will keep the cluster grenade. Interesting move here. Instead going for poisoning, which as we know, the orderly is the only one who can't be healed from the poison. But what will Stralend do here? I feel like she has to get to the guided missile. That's not gonna make it, unfortunately. So she's gonna have to use another jetpack to make it. Which is not that bad. As long as she gets the guided missile, that's still a huge advantage. No, don't angle it too much. Yeah, now I don't think, unless she... Yeah, that's... Oof, that's going to be tricky. I don't think she has enough time. Maybe just enough to take the things, but not doing anything with them. Go take him. Oof, just enough. She manages to take it, but not what she was expecting, probably. So both the guided missiles crates are still uncollected. A weird turn of events so far in Frostfight, but of course pekkiz will immediately look to... Yeah. Heal the paratrooper that smashed himself into the wall. He's just gonna forgive him for that. And maybe was looking to get a crate first, but then immediately goes for the medic. But he doesn't go for the body block. That's pretty important for Stralend. Well, he does get a body block anyway, but the important part is that Stralend's medic... I mean, pekkiz's medic is not protected now. So Stralend has to kill him to get a chance to turn the Tranquilizer game around. Here comes the Grenadier of pekkiz's team. Stralend also has one, but a choice that we don't see often. She has put him on the bottom of her lineup. So we're gonna see him move not soon. Or maybe not, because... Okay, no, he definitely didn't take 70 damage. Becomes Shorty. Yeah, she definitely has to hit the orderly. Like, there's no turning around it. She just gotta do it. I think she's looking to see if there's some crates around, but... There's really not a need for that. Or maybe she wants to hit the sapper. That's an interesting choice. Maybe she's trying to pair him up with the paratrooper that's down there? She doesn't manage to. She does get a 52 damage. Shogun is able to move right away. I don't think it was a good idea to leave the medic there. Ooh, he took exactly 70 damage. That's pretty huge for pekkiz here. He just has to place the TNT in the correct way, and that'd be the first kill of the game. That did not seem like 70 damage to me, but I guess it was exactly 70. That's unfortunate for Stralend, which will have not have another chance to use her Grenadier. But on the other hand, she will get another chance to use a paratrooper before pekkiz. And if she can get something with him, that'll be pretty good. I'm 100% sure that the mountain on the left side now contains guided missiles, but she seems to be not wanting to use them. She now goes for the orderly. That's a pretty tricky shot with the rocket launcher, but she does get it. And now probably pekkiz will go for the crates on the mountains. I keep talking about those like they're pretty important, which they are. But then he remembers that he has an NTP mine and of course uses it on the medic that's right next to him. And this time he doesn't make the mistake of smashing himself into the wall. And I can slowly see pekkiz taking a grasp on this game too. He wants to use those 3 guided missiles. I didn't remember there were 3 of them. They're pretty hard to use on input lag, but yeah, if you can control it. Maybe he wasn't trusting the angle there. There's a lot of time you can to use them. It's a 70 damage, and I think a 25 on the medic with the NTP mine. Now, yeah, the crate with the other guided missile is right next to her, I think. But she's just going to go for damage, I guess. Is she going to do jetpack? Yeah, I think she remembered that she has to use the jetpacks. Oh no! Again! The same thing that happened in the other day in the game versus Warren. The jetpack explodes on the enemy pig's face and hits her as well. That's probably another reason why you shouldn't use jetpacks like with the angle, with the arrow pointing straight up. Like, we know it's safer to use it like that, but it spends more time and it's actually riskier for that reason you just saw. So pekkiz will have to capitalize with another poison, of course. Seems like nobody can stop his poison turns right now, but oh! Stralend's medic gets a turn. How did I forget about this? How did pekkiz forget about this? Oh wait, because his medic is going to be next, but if Stralend manages to tranquilize his medic, maybe we have a turnaround here, because if Stralend has her medic available, then pekkiz's poison is not so scary anymore, all of a sudden. But she needs to not throw him down. That will give pekkiz a chance to kill her medic. That's exactly what happens. Pekkiz's medic will miss a turn right away. So Stralend has another chance. I still think she needs to kill the medic before trying anything else. He's on 70 health. I don't think it's possible to get a 20 damage out of this convoluted piece of water. Is she sure gonna try to do it? I don't think he's even going to the water. Nope. He's on 22. He would be perfect for a poison, but Stralend just doesn't use scouts. Problem here is that we have a grenadier with full health, almost full health, and armed to his teeth. I'm thinking pekkiz is probably looking for Stralend's medic. That's exactly what's happening. Now, this is a tricky shot, because she has 60 health, so you need to try to hit it not perfectly. Oh wait, yeah, you have the... Never mind. I was hoping to see a tricky shot get pulled off, but he of course went for the safer choice. Now, she does have a paratrooper, which means that she could technically kill her own orderly with a jetpack, or with a mine. That would be even smarter, actually. That's something we've never seen before. A self-kill with a mine. Ooh, that may not kill him. Oh no, where she's going! Oh, just enough to kill both medics. And I don't think we've ever seen that before. It's a turn where both medics got killed. So it's 3v4. Pekkiz currently has the advantage and the pig advantage and the weapon advantage. And also the health advantage, I guess. But Pekkiz doesn't care about one of her paratroopers and instead goes for the separate. That's a weird jump, okay. So I guess he just wants to remove her TNTs from the battlefield, so she'll be left with just 2 paratroopers. Pretty heavy. Will be pretty heavy to turn it around with 2 paratroopers. Her sapper still has 138, so she should be fine. Stralend... maybe... I mean, Stralend does have a couple of weapons, so she can still do something. She definitely needs to use their weapons in a smarter way to... What is she doing? Okay. I think she was just trying to figure out how to use the rocket launcher for a bit. And gets the hit. Wait, what am I talking about? She used it before. I'm stupid. Oh, look at this guy with the height advantage and with 2 guided missiles still in his pocket. And 2 jetpacks too. Have I seen that? Have I seen that right? So he uses the first one, falls into the water, but doesn't get a lot of damage, just 1. So he uses both. And then I guess he will get a guided out. So he just wants this sapper to be dead. But he has to move away a little bit, otherwise he will hit himself if he tries to go for the sapper. I guess he'll just resort to go for the paratrooper. For a second, I thought he was going to get into the water, but manages to steer it up just enough. And Stralend uses her last TNT to try to get rid of this guided missile beast. He still has 1. It would be great if she could somehow steal him those, but she gets an 80 damage TNT. That's pretty good. But with medics no longer on the field, we know that this guy is pretty dangerous too. Pekkiz is just checking healths. All of Stralend's pigs are below 60. And this guy still has a cluster grenade. Which, by now, is pretty much useless for anyone. I mean, you could do much more than the amount of health that any of her pigs have. He goes for the cluster on a 48 pig. I think that's a mistake, to be honest. You might as well poisoned him at that point. The health advantage for Pekkiz is still pretty big. But this paratrooper still has a lot of things, and she should try to use them, but just goes right away for the... Oh my god, that might be the sneakiest kill I've ever seen. Oh no! Paratrooper left with 4 health. For a second I thought that back hit with the rocket launcher, if you will, was intentional. That would have been amazing if she had managed to kill him like that. But again, that paratrooper with 61 health had 3 jetpacks and a mine. So you need to make use of those. The problem is, as long as there's a grenadier on this side of the field, I don't think this game having a turnaround. That's it. That's definitely more than 60. So Stralend's other paratrooper will now have to get his dead friend's weapons. But she just goes straight into Feng Shui to try to kill him. Now she needs to be careful to try not... Okay, that's perfect. Because if Feng Shui would have fallen into the water, she would have risked getting their turn out. That is unfortunate, though. Oh, wait, no, there's still a scout. So it's 2v1 right now, but... Unfortunately... It's still a double kill, so a pretty good turn. Unfortunately, I think this is over for Stralend. 55 paratrooper definitely cannot take down 118 something grenadier and a scout with 140, a jetpack, and a guided missile. That was actually risky. It could have missed the... It could have hit himself with the jetpack, but he's just gonna go for the simple thing. He doesn't even use the final guided missile, and Pekkiz takes the win 2-0, goes to the playoff with Jay Warren, and unfortunately that means it's elimination after 2 matches for Stralend and also Busy Guy in Group C. Now, I definitely encourage those who didn't make it to continue playing, because I do not think they're bad players. So, from ATB 95, that's all for tonight, and I'll see you next match.